Welcome to Damn Good Marketing Podcast, where we ditch the fluff, cut the BS, and get real about what actually takes to market your business like a freaking pro. I'm your host, Shelby Clement, Louisiana native, two-time boy mom, and the founder of Shelby Clement Marketing, a social media agency built for small-town entrepreneurs with big-ass dreams. I left corporate, where I was underpaid and underestimated, built a multi-six-figure business from the ground up, launched a sold-out marketing event, and created this podcast to give you the truth behind growing a brand online without losing your mind or your values. This is for the ones who are tired of spinning their wheels, ready to show the hell up, and finally market with confidence, clarity, and consistency. So if you're ready to grow, get bold, and to build a brand that actually turns heads and opens doors, let's do the damn thing. Okay, welcome back. We have Russell Rabondo sitting, and I'm so excited, so thank you for being here.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Can you give us a little bit about, you could talk directly to me also too, you don't have to look at the camera, but tell everybody who you are and what you do.
So I'm Russell Ribando. I went to school with you, high school, St. Thomas. I manage Rabondo's electric supply for my family. I am married to Katie Navarro Rabondo. We got married May 7th, 22. And then I have a 2-year-old, Isla. She is born May 10th, 23. And I have, my next baby is due anytime now.
Like any day?
Any day.
Wait, so what's their age gap? Like 20?
It's going to be 26, 27 months.
Good luck. Or it's 18 months. But like, I love it. Like, it's so fun. Do we know what we're having?
We're having another little girl.
Shut up. What's her name?
Her name's going to be Riley Ann.
Oh my God, you're a girl dad.
Yes.
You're like the perfect girl dad.
I love being a girl dad.
You're like a teddy bear.
Oh, yeah. So I'm very proud of it. But I wake Isla up every morning. I bathe her every night. I put her to bed. Like, that's my little best friend. That's my little shadow. Yeah.
Stop.
Now, she's tight with my wife, too. But
no, yeah.
Me and her.
It's that first kid, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
The second kid humbles you quick.
I'm like, her uncles, aunts are all like, oh, just wait. You know, customers are like, just wait.
It's the greatest thing ever.
The second one's going to like really challenge you, like just having two doing that. So I'm like, I'm ready.
I think honestly, it actually is harder with just one. I think when you add multiple, I find it easier.
Right now, Isla's the first grandchild in both families. Mm-hmm. So she is spoiled. I mean, she rules the roost. Whatever she says goes. Like, she knows what she's got, and she takes advantage of it.
Yeah.
When the second one gets here, it's going to be wild. And then my wife's sister is due 2 days before her, so they're going to have my in-laws are going to have and then my in-laws are going to have 3 grandkids all within a week span. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, tell everybody that doesn't know, what do y'all do? What is the family business?
So we have Rabondo's electric supply. So we service DIY, people doing home projects themselves, trying to figure out how to do electrical. We help them out from start to finish. We sell to the residential market, to the commercial market, and to the industrial market.
Yeah. How long have y'all been in business?
So we opened up in May of 1978.
Yep.
My dad's brother, Guy Rabondo, opened up on the West Bank then I believe it was May of 1982 they opened up a location in Hammond, and then it started as a little warehouse, and then my dad has kind of built and made it to what it is today.
So your dad and your uncle own this one, or one owns the other one and one owns this one?
So it's a family. Basically, my grandfather, great man, Dr. Russell Rabondo, put my uncle into business, helped him get started, and they opened up a supply house in Marrero. About the time my dad was going to college, my great uncle was retiring from the Navy, coming back to Hammond. My grandfather wanted to open a supply house in Hammond anyway, so he helped him get that open, gave him kind of a after retirement job, something for my dad to work at. So my dad, going through college, worked there, and then eventually started to take it over and to expand and grow to what it is today.
And your dad's been there since, what'd you say, how long?
So my dad's been basically there since 1982. So
nice.
He's 43 years in it.
I thought you were about to tell me he was 43 years old. I was like, dang, son. I'm kidding. I knew the answer to that.
He's 43 years in it, and has lately been talking about, the thought about retiring, and we're just not having it. We're not ready.
So are you going to buy it?
If that ever becomes the opportunity, I definitely will.
Yeah.
I'm very deeply invested
Obviously.
in time.
Yeah. How long have you been there?
So I've been getting paid to be there since I was 16. So obviously I grew up in the warehouse sweeping floors, putting stock away.
For sure.
And then I've watched customers come and go since I was a kid. Most of them that I'm with now are customers my age, or slightly older than me. So it's been
like you've just kind of watched them. Y'all both grow up together, basically.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Is there at any point through this journey where you're like, I don't want to do this?
Oh, when I was younger, 21 to 25, me and my dad I was young. I had my own ideas. They didn't go through the path that he wanted things to go, and we bucked heads and everything else. And I think what really turned a corner.
Did you work there at that point where y'all butted heads? You never left. You stayed there, but you were like, this is not what my forever is.
Never was fired. We've gotten fights.
No, I love it though.
My dad is my best friend.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have plenty of great, super close friends, but when it comes down to it, I can pick the phone up, call my dad and say, hey, what do I need to do? I need your shoulder. And he's going to be there. So anytime we fought, at the end of the day, we hug each other, give each other a kiss on the cheek, make up. The next day we start fresh, and that's it.
Yeah.
But thank God we're past that now.
Yeah, for sure. So what was that turning point? You were going in that, and I just wanted to
I really think probably the COVID period where the business was extremely stressful because in our industry, manufacturing was basically halted, and our biggest thing is customer service.
Yeah.
So whenever you can't get the product to help your customers,
they're pissed.
It's a very stressful time. So thank God we got through those hurdles, but we were all so tight together because we were stuck inside the warehouse, just four of us basically, for those basically 2 years that we were just finding ways to make it work and make it happen. So it helped a lot, bond us a lot closer together. I know that me meeting Katie helped. She, kind of opened my eyes to, hey, maybe you need to sit back and listen to your dad. And that's kind of what made me fall in love with her, is that, she was a voice that was reasoning to me that
you needed.
Yes, absolutely.
Because otherwise, I talked about this earlier with Downing, and it's like when you go into a business and they're so set in their ways and they do it a certain way, and you're like, wait, but we can do it like this and we can grow it this way, or like, what if we do this? Even if it is a bad idea, it's just it's kind of like a turmoil, and it's like a butting of the head of like, well, we've been doing it this way and this is the way that it goes. So it's really difficult to work with family.
It is. And on our end, like electricians, they don't have, they have TikTok, they have Facebook, but they don't engage in social media the ways that you would hope that they would. So there's no way that we could sit on social media in our industry or on our side and advertise, hey, we're here, we're competitive, we're concerned about your needs, we can help you, and we can do it quick and fast. So ours is word of mouth, to where you have to do that. You have to make sure that you overdo it, that you let somebody know that you're going to be there, that one phone call away to help them. And then when the time comes, they appreciate you for it and everything else. That my dad's helped a lot with making me understand that, because I used to be, when I was 25, 26, one of those I was working, I was glad to be there, but also, you
were 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Right. I didn't have anything saying, you got to make this sale. This sale is keeping the doors open on this place.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, I don't know, not an arrogant stage, but it was just.
You just weren't there yet.
I wasn't there yet.
But also you've been working in that business since you were 16.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So like, you're like, oh, I'm so tired. Like, I feel like this is so like the same crap over and over. And like, you know, we have to go through that. I call it an asshole phase of our life where all we care about is probably most likely partying if I were a dude, partying, girls, drinking, like being with my friends. I'm going here to make ends meet, but I'm not really fully invested yet.
Right.
I'm not really grown up yet.
Well, and at that stage, all my buddies were moving back to Hammond. We were all got back right into that high school brotherhood stage. We were doing fantasy football together. We were hanging out every weekend. So mentally, none of them were deep in their careers. They didn't have, not all of them had significant others that they were deep, invested in and in love with just yet. So we had a lot of time to spend. So at that point, I was worried about bonding and making those friendships last forever.
Yeah.
And not so much worried about
work.
Oh, wow. We got this much to pay in health insurance this month, this much to pay in the light bill this month. When I started seeing those numbers and I started seeing why my dad worked so hard.
It was almost like a oh shit moment.
Yeah, it was like, okay, I need to take this load off of him and put it on myself, because if I do want him to stay here longer, I need to make sure that he's not exhausted.
To teach you the things that you need to know still.
Yeah.
I want to disagree with you for a minute.
Okay.
Did you know that when you said something out loud? I really do think, well, let me ask this. What's y'all's goal? 5-year goal, 10-year goal?
So
you said growth, you said scale.
So and I knew you were going to come to this. So we're not going to pitch you. We're not against.
I just think your people are there.
And thinking like that, but the part about our business, and just, it's not everyone like us. It's not New Light. It's not Notico. It's us in particular.
Yeah.
When you look at it, we have Lance Kleber, who's been my best friend since my brother passed.
Yeah.
You have Lynn Rabondo, who is my cousin's wife. She's been there for 20 years with us. You have a warehouse guy every once in a while, and sometimes we go without one just because it's easier on us not to have to train somebody and deal with the everyday thing. And then you have my dad and Julie, my stepmom. So we're a family. Mm-hmm. We're with each other at that business more than we're at home with our own families most of the time. So training somebody the intricate part numbers, the way it works, the way everything goes together to be able to help our contractors the way that we help them is not something that happens very quickly. So it's extremely hard to hire somebody and to be able to afford somebody that is qualified to do it. That's where we're at right now. So I've been preaching to Lance and Lynn and my dad, like, we have to be open to trying to hire people and just giving them a chance.
You have to, because think
people
about
are going to wean themselves out.
Well, think about when Lynn leaves.
Yeah.
Think about when your dad leaves.
Yeah.
Who's going to replace them? You and Lance? That's not enough.
No.
So it's like those types of things. But I also think too, like the conversation just sitting, when you sat down, it was more so like, I want to scale. I want to be the first that comes to mind over my competitors. I do think the brand awareness could be there, and all your dudes that you could train that are potential. I understand, like, you are in the trades, you are whatever. So it is tricky. And we recruited for an HVAC company out of South Carolina on TikTok, and that was the best ROI they've ever gotten because that's where their dudes are. Same thing with oil and gas. So it's just like, if strategically done right, but it's also like when you go in to someone that's done it for so long a certain way, it's really hard to have that conversation to open their eyes to what could work.
It is. And like I said, the part that is difficult about us is that we have a pretty large warehouse, and it is chock full from one end
to the other.
Yeah. Be it residential, be it commercial, or be it explosion-proof and industrial.
Yeah.
We have it in-house in stock. So that's another advantage that we have.
Yeah.
And we do get to take advantage of that on making a little more money on those items that are harder to come by. Not the ones that everybody should stock, but the ones that we stock because we know eventually somebody's going to need it. But learning those items, learning how they go together, learning what they're used for and how to use them We know that.
Yeah.
It's hard to teach somebody that's not already in the electrical trade. And if you're in the electrical trade, chances are you're going to want to get paid double what we can afford to pay you.
For sure.
And that's the difficult part about scaling, is because we could hire some guy off the street and say, hey, take these catalogs home, just familiarize yourself with the fittings and the gear, and, just be able to write lists down. But that's really not helping our customers. Actually, it would really angry our customers, because they're so used to us, and say they're doing a project. We know what questions to ask to say, hey, what about these straps to hold this conduit to the wall? What about a breaker for this piece of equipment? I don't see it on this list. Those type of things that none of the other companies do.
Yeah.
They don't think to do it. But we do it because
it's who you
we're
are.
not electricians, but we were raised doing it. So we know how it works.
Yeah, for sure. I totally get it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not, social media for us right now would overload us.
Oh, 100%. If you don't have the staff to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where I finally got them to say, okay, let's hire somebody for the warehouse, and let's hire somebody that we can try to start training at the front counter as a salesperson. So that way we can open that avenue. And then my next hire is going to be trying to find somebody young to come in and learn what Lynn does for the bookkeeping and for the accounts receivable and accounts payable. Those are the things that I'm worried about doing right now.
Yeah.
Once I can figure out, because it's going to be a learning process for me as well, as long for the rest of them. So once I can figure out how to do that, I would like to eventually try to open up another store.
Yeah.
Another store would help me and help Lance, be able to raise our families and be able to make the money that we would like to make. So that's my goal right now, is to learn how to hire people, learn how to train people for what we do, and then be able to think about, okay, where's the next location possibility?
Yeah.
Let's invest, let's start saving to do that, and try to figure out how we can do that and still keep the status that we've made for ourselves.
Yeah. And I think too, not that you asked for my advice, but I'm going to give it anyway, because I'm never not doing that. Is even if they aren't client facing, even if they are in the back and they do inventory check, or they sweep the floors, or they do exactly how you started, like to groom them to do that, they're never going to be you. They're just going to eventually get trained in that one aspect of the business.
Like over the summer, we had 2 young guys that are freshmen or sophomores in college there.
They just don't care enough.
It's
that generation though too. You have to also think that.
And I'm fine with that, but it's like they see me and Lance hustling, trying to pull orders, trying to help a counter full of people, and make sure that we still are upholding to
our standards
that we've created. Yeah. And they're, dragging feet, cell phones in hand type of thing, which towards the end of the summer, it got a little better. They kind of understood, okay, these same guys are coming here every day. They're staying here for 30, 45 minutes at a time to spend time and to get an understanding of what they need, and making sure that Russell and Lance has everything lined out for them. Like that's why they're hustling. That's why they want to help everybody the same way.
Yeah.
And that towards the end of the summer, it started finally registering to them. Okay.
Are they still there? Or are they?
We have one of them still there. It's actually Lance's cousin, Sam Kleber.
Okay. So hey, we have some promise there.
Yeah, we do. We do. I give them a rough time. We joke. Everybody in the warehouse, everybody that comes in, everybody messes with everybody. It's kind of like a trade thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but electricians mess with electricians, and then they come in and mess with us. So we all mess with each other. But he's still there, learning the material a little bit at a time. He's still at Southeastern, so he's going back, I guess, in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So he'll be part-time then, and hopefully he'll stay with it and train, to go a little further with it.
Yeah. So other than family-owned, unless this hits all of the aspects for this question, family-owned customer service, what really makes Rabondo's different from the people that are very close in radius to you or any other competitor that you may encounter?
Having the stock, like, that is one of our biggest things that even our competitors tell customers and send us customers is because, hey, they got it in stock. You can go get it from them. They can help you today. Electricians are just like anybody else. They're just like plumbers. They're just like HVAC guys. They're just like anybody that pulls up their phone real quick and buys something off of Amazon. They're planning on doing a job. They don't have time to sit there and reach out to a salesman saying, hey, this week I got this. In the middle of the next week I got this. They don't have time to stage these jobs out. Most of the guys that we're helping with are owner-operators.
Yeah.
So having the stock and keeping up with the stock has been a major thing to help us succeed.
Yeah.
And then the customer service is just what kind of sets us apart further from the rest.
You're literally sitting on, like, quote unquote, a gold mine. If you could figure out the hiring process, because the moment like you advertise just your quality of like customer service, family operated and owned, first off, okay, yes, those are great aspects, but we have it in stock. You can get it today. Like, you're like, it's going to go through the roof. So literally just figuring out the staffing aspect, just listening to you, first off, the passion that's coming through.
Oh yeah.
Second, if we can figure this part out, then we're going to blow the hell up. You're going to have if you can figure that out within the next year or so, you'll have a location in 5 years, a new one, if not sooner.
Yeah. That's my goal for.
Is Dad on board?
That, yeah, he loves that me and Lance have both became super
passionate, visionary,
about it. And he loves every time he's up there at the counter, which he comes and goes as he pleases, which we love, but we love that he comes at least 2 to 3 or 4 times a week, comes and checks in on us, keeps us on our toes. But he loves every time he does come in that somebody stops him and tells him, dude, you got 2 great guys here.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it because, you don't get a lot of appreciation from electricians. They're not sentimental people.
Right. They're in and out.
Yeah.
They're like, I got shit to do.
Right. But the like DIY people, once we help a customer do an at-home project or troubleshoot electrical problem they have, whether it be a new house or old house, we've made them a customer for life.
Listen, your hair deserves main character energy. And at Studio KP, they don't do boring. They do bold blondes, effortless color, and styles that make strangers ask, where did you get your hair done? Founded by Casey Pirelli, total boss, mom, and beauty industry powerhouse, Studio KP is where luxury meets real talk. They specialize in custom color, seamless extensions, and creating confidence. Think wine, music, stylists who get it, and the kind of energy only women-built spaces can bring. Oh, and Casey didn't stop at just her salon. She launched Crew Hair Care, her own line of professional products and luxe extensions, so you can keep that Studio KP magic going at home. Follow Studio KP NOLA and Crew Hair Care to get in the vibe and book your next look at studiokpnola.com. Because this isn't just a service, it's an experience your hair has been begging for.
I'm very good at remembering people's faces and remembering. Just from seeing their face, I'm pretty good at remembering what I helped them with last time. And I'll ask them, hey, did you ever get that figured out? Is it still working? You feel good about it? And it makes people light up.
Well, yeah, I remember my dad, I don't know the specifics, but you got him something to fix the dryer that saved
I help your dad all the time.
He was like, it was $40. Like, I literally was able to fix the dryer for $40. That would have cost me thousands of dollars to get a technician out here or to get a whole new dryer. And I called Russell and I was like, I'm gonna need you to help me figure this out. And he was like, it was just so cool to deal with it. And that's like something that y'all should definitely be proud of. And it sounds like you are. But the thing of this, I challenge you to just like trust yourself enough to say like, I can instill this in someone else as my dad and my uncle or whatever did in me and Lance.
Yeah.
Because we want to keep this legacy going because it sounds like you got it figured the heck out.
We hope we have what we got figured out because we love doing it.
Yeah.
But you're right. The biggest challenge for us right now is the hiring process, the figuring out what's the most efficient way to train somebody to at least have knowledgeable conversations and be able to take the information from the contractors the way we do, where even if we're not taking the information, we can decipher the information they take to help them still the same way.
What I've learned over the last year, we've scaled like every year we've scaled. And I went when I first started, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I was figuring it out, obviously.
Yeah.
And what I've learned the last year is systems, and the simplest things is it is kind of annoying because we're all fast paced. We know what we know. I can do it faster. I can satisfy someone better. But to take the last year, and I've slowed down as much as I could, and I've written out everything step by step of what is this? What is my even thinking about what's her name? The bookkeeper? Lynn.
Oh yeah.
Of even just saying having her start right now, write down when you get into this building on these days, the first, are you sending out invoices? What days do you do this? And when I was explaining that to my mom the other day, she's like, well, what do you mean? I just go sit and I order. I was like, but I need step one. Yeah. You sit down, you log on to this website and this website. Why are you doing that? And you know what? That's how you train the next person, because it's an SOP. The next person takes it, they see what you've done, and then they're able to train the next person. And when I finally understood, I was like, I don't need that shit. I'm good. But I want to scale it.
So I was can't sit there and do it the whole time.
No, because time is money. Yeah. So I had to think about it. People come to me because of me and the brand that I built, and I'm still in there. I'm still in the business, but I understand that eventually I might not be as involved as I am now. So I have to instill what my values are in the people that I'm training. Right. And it's hard as hell. And it's very scary because you don't know if they're going to deliver as if you were to deliver or Lance was to deliver, if I'm going to deliver, because people are coming for y'all.
Right.
They're coming for y'all's experience. And if you have some newbie at the front that does something dumb or doesn't upsell, or not even upsell, just give them something else that they need, then you have a dissatisfied client. So it's just so tricky when you're scaling and building a business to find the right person.
And that's why I agree with you. The 5-year term is more realistic for me because I'm in the building my family term, and for being an Italian and family, family means everything to me. So I spend as much time as I can with Isla. I'm going to try to be super dad for Riley. So that means that, and my wife's going to laugh when she hears this, but that means at 5 o'clock, I have to start stepping back from it. And
why is she going to laugh? Because you're not there at 5 yet?
Oh, my phone rings all the time, and I
mean, it's the nature of the beast.
Yes.
So when I say this about family, because it's huge for me, there was a point in life when I was building this, and I lost sight of it because I was working so freaking much that it's okay, Shelby, you're gonna. I mean, I was in the hospital. I gave myself an autoimmune just from trying to chase. Well, I don't even know, but. When I came back home, it was like two-piece, center, God, surrendered, all the things. It was when you're with your family, be present. Yeah. And there's shit that happens, and you have to answer your phone. You understand that it's a small business, but at the same time, explain to your children. And what I did is mommy is helping someone else when they need help. And if I have to leave, travel to go speak, if they can come, they come. If they can't, this is why I'm doing it. And so I think it's the nature of the beast. But at the same time, you can go home and spend time with your family, and it's still gonna be fine. Your business is still great.
It is, and it's me.
It's
just
me,
the way I'm
It's
built.
a you problem.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
is a me problem.
It is a you problem.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing. I get it, but it's entrepreneurship. It's literally the person that's building something. You're building a legacy bigger than you can even see right now for your girls.
That's what I'm trying to explain to my wife, is that I want these people to know that I can be held accountable.
Yeah.
That I can. They can count on me if they're in a jam. I can make me a person that can help get them out of a jam.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of times, my customers will understand. They will only call me if they're in a jam.
Yeah.
And they'll call me and they'll start out with saying, hey, are you busy right now? You got a minute to talk? Every one of them does. And so they understand, but after that, they say, look, I'm in a jam. I got this going on. Is there any way you could help me? Whether I have it in stock or not, I'll start from there to figure it out, or find a way around it to solve the problem for them.
I think just for you, because I've had to tell myself this, is just give yourself grace as you're building the business and you have 2 little kids.
Yeah.
And you're in the new stages of it.
Yes.
Of the kids.
I'm in the new stages of it, and I'm in the new stages of, I don't have my dad watching every move that I make.
So you're kind of on your own, trying to figure it out.
Right.
And hoping that you keep it alive.
And he trusts me to do it. But
But it's still scary.
Oh God, yeah, it is.
It's still the unknown. It's still the, oh shit, did I do it right? Am I making him proud?
Yeah,
is this are the doors gonna stay open because now it's under my management? Like there's still so many avenues. And then you're like, okay, now I'm like having another baby. I need to support my wife. I need to make sure I'm a good dad. I got to make sure I show up for my employees. I got to make sure I show up for our customers. Like there's just so much that just to make sure that you do give yourself grace, take time for yourself, which is hard, obviously, because you're being split in like 100 different directions. But I mean, I get it. I mean, I get it to my core.
Oh yeah. And that's like I said, when I'm with Isla, I'm with Isla. Like, yeah, I might answer my phone, but like we're having fun. She's laughing.
Like you're not making her quiet. It's loud.
Oh, yeah.
But that's when you find your people, meaning like the people that you want to work with, that want to work with you because they respect you. They understand it's family time. They're not asking you to shush your child. They don't care if there's a screaming kid behind whatever. You're getting done what they need you to get done, and they respect it. And so, and if they don't, guess what? Then I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just what we have to remember and bring us back to like our core values.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that, like, my dad, like I said, I grew up at the shop. When I was Isla's age, I was up there. It wasn't all the time, but I was up there to come visit. So Katie sees that. She heard stories, so now she brings Isla up there any chance she gets.
Yeah.
So that way she gets to interact with all the people that I interact with.
Yep.
And everybody loves it. So
you know what's super undervalued right now is the trades.
Oh God.
Literally, I'm like, my kids, if they don't want to go to college, but they want to go to go to the trades, like go. You know what you could do at 26? You could own your own business if you wanted. Or you could start your business at 18, 19? Yeah. By 26, you have a successful business. You got a crew running underneath you. And this is what the economy, if it goes to shit, you still have a job. Like you still are needed.
I was thinking about, all right, if we were talking about this today, like there's so few people getting into not only the electrical, the plumbing, the HVAC trade, like it is really scary because what happens is these massive corporations buy out these mom and pops, and then they go to these systems that really take advantage of their customers just because they offer finance and things like that. They way overprice things. Mm-hmm. It's really sickening to see. So anytime we have new contractors come in, we try to help them. We give them, good discounts. We make sure that they have the job done and that they're competitive, and we try to help them grow.
Yeah.
Because it really means a lot to us because we know that these people...
that's your business too.
These people are going to help us grow. Like, if we help them now, they're going to stick with us and they're going to be ready to grow and they're going to take us with them.
Yeah. I'm not really sure where the gap happened where like nobody wanted to go into the trades. You know what I mean? Like there was
I think it was our age group.
It was because nobody talked about it. Or it was like, you're going into the trades. I'm like... Well, shit, now I had that one client in South Carolina, they own an HVAC company, and like, I'm like, why do people talk negative about, if you do it right and you're if you're a good human, great customer service, you have great branding, people know who the hell you are, you provide a good product and service, like they're going to call you and you will be successful.
If you pick up the phone.
Thank you.
If you pick up the phone, you've accomplished half the
You're going to take every other competitor's business because like truly nobody answers the phone. That's with contracting too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Be a contractor that answers the phone and you're going to every single house that you ever want to build. Yeah. Every single one.
And that's why these places like Cretan Townsend are successful because they have built a team that answers the phone. They've built a team that answers people's questions.
You just had to figure it out. It's like Chick-fil-A's drive-through line.
That's
like quick. They figured out they figured out the solution to get them in and out.
That's right.
Humanized, whatever. Okay, wow. See, this conversation wasn't bad. This was probably like the best one. Don't tell anyone. Okay, if you could tell your girls something that they're going to listen to, I don't know, when you could say like I was on a podcast once because I agreed because my friend from high school made me. What would you want them to hear?
I don't even have to tell Isla this, but don't ever be scared to go after it. just do it. Your family's behind you. We're always going to be there for you. My dad was like that with me, so
Yeah.
that's what I have to say.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, thanks for doing this today. I think it was great.
Thank you.
I
Thanks
think
for having me.
it's going to be great. Everybody go to Rabondo's and get all of your stuff. Just go tell
appreciate it.
Russell that you listened to this episode because
Yes,
it was
yes.
really great. This was a great conversation.
Yes, it was.
And I can hear the passion in your,
Oh, it's-
it's coming out. You literally, some of the things that you did, I'm like, wow, you remind me of John DeMaselli so much.
I love helping your dad.
Oh
too.
my God, it's so cute.
Your dad is definitely a mentor to me because he's walked me through steps to doing. He taught me what the Hudson Initiative was. Hudson Initiative, I never even heard of it
I don't know
before,
what that
but
is.
he's like, Russell, this is a way for you to deal with the college, with the state. Because you're a small business in Louisiana, you don't have to compete with anybody unless your bid's over $30,000. I'm like, why don't they have somebody in Louisiana coaching small businesses to do this?
Maybe I should tell my dad to start that. He turned 70 this year.
He
should like go around.
He opened my eyes to it for sure.
He should like go around and tell.
He could. And we hear, like I said, our two competitors are owned by national corporations.
Yeah.
They're owned by the same one, actually.
Have they approached you yet?
No, they haven't approached me.
They probably won't because they hear this podcast and we're not coming for y'all.
That's it. No, we're not.
We have big goals and dreams, national.
I've asked my dad about, what he would say or what he would do, and he straight told me, which I'm glad he did because I agree, is that I'm not ever going to be ready for that name to come off the front of the building. So,
good for that.
yeah.
Good for y'all.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you for
I
having me.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Guys, if you like this episode, please like, comment, share, leave us a review. And until next time, let's freaking get it.